Hey guys, Terminal Velocity here. I just want to look over some of the entries in my Hylian Codex while I wait for stream to go live. Oh yeah, this swallows something like a bomb, maybe? Bomb flower? I don't have a lot of these, do I? Rocks? A large bunch of it dwells in the depths. Despite its unwieldy body, it has incredibly powerful legs that can use to leap from afar to capture prey. Its large mouth allows it to swallow wherever it lunges for in one gulp. Hey, Ava. I was looking over some of the Hylian Codex entries I have. Which I don't have a lot of, in all honesty. I was just on my way to try and see if I can get the Zonite armor. I think there should be some, like... Where would that actually be? Where... One sec, let me look this up. Because I want to maximize the use of my power cells. Remember, I'm not looking much up. I just don't feel like scouring the game and just never finding it. So, how you been lately? So yeah, how you been? Let's expand the frontier sky. Let's say I have a long way to fly though. This Elden sky. Expand the frontier is probably somewhere around here. Oh, what am I doing? I can just teleport over here. I'm doing good. You been busy? I'm doing okay. Parents are going out of town for the next 2 weeks. I've been good though. Recently starting to fix my sleep schedule finally. So let's see here. Actually, since we're here, let's actually do this shrine. Because I need to do some of those. Yeah, today's stream is mainly just gonna be messing around, doing some shrines and exploring more. Here's the kingdom, where war crimes and the Geneva Conventions are just a suggestion. Okay, so like, how do I get in here? Is there anything around here? Oh, I know. I see. I keep forgetting that the crystals in this game, the trigger crystals, are different. Oh dear. It's one of these ships again. Where were you for my time going up to the... What is it called? The Stormy... Stronghold? No, that's Mario Galaxy. Oh, hi there. No, here we go. And if you're curious why I have this thing, just a couple streams. Yeah, I did. I finished the first dungeon. It's a really wild ride. We went up super high in the air. I was like awestruck. I'm so glad I kept myself in the dark with this game in my time between Breath of the Wild and starting this. So this is just a ship jumping redux, I guess. I assume I have to go in here? No, there's a gateway there. See, there should be a crystal somewhere around here. Your dungeon's your favorite? Don't spoil it for me. Oh, there's the crystal. Oh, whoops, I forgot. I need to get a bow out. Well, that was a short and sweet shrine. And some nifty alliteration to boot. Oh wait, I just realized the Rito. We just did the Rito dungeon. God, I'm slow today. I for some reason I thought the Rito were the Gorons for a second. I have no idea why. They're it's like completely different. They're completely distinct. Let's see, the next shrine should be somewhere up this way. Yeah, it looks like it. Probably the furthest apart races. I mean, going on the map, I'd say, like, yeah, honestly, I'd say so, yeah. Because there's a direct shot across this entire space. The Zora are over here, so I guess this could be a bit farther. Since you have to go all the way across Central Hyrule, and it's not just, like, from here to here, it's all the way over to here. Because you're basically crossing the entire map. But yeah, pretty far apart. Second farthest, actually. Let's see here. So we're facing that way. So if we come off here... I have to say, Tulin is one of my favorite characters. Oh, have you seen Overload's channel yet? So I'm gonna have to get your number so I can text you DM you text your DM you a link to it. It made the Wild Era into just a Saturday morning cartoon almost. Where Link is just constantly putting Hyrule into debt with his antics, like the Korok space program. It's fun. You should check it out. The one thing I kind of don't like about the channel, though, is that... Is this my scholarly things? Oh, it is. And Zelda's, like, always having these mental freakouts. They call Ganondorf Ganondad or Ganondilf. Because he has, like, a dad bod. It's really freaking good. Okay, so let's see. So it's farther this way, then. Whoop. Wait, what am I doing? I can just teleport over here. Silly me. Yeah, it's really good. Wait, gosh darn it. I just ran away from the shrine. I always forget that the shrines are just directly behind me whenever I do this. Out of sight, out of mind, I guess. Oh, it's a blessing. Cool. A large Zonite charge. Oh, I recently discovered that I've been fighting monster camps completely wrong in the depths. I can just make a war wagon. like a wagon of jolly death, and just do drive-bys on monster camps. I don't have to go in and fight them like normally. It's completely revolutionized how I farmed for Zonite. Also, I have like this. I made this monster truck, the Centurion monster truck with laser emitters on the front, so I can just go like my steed, and then just build it and just climb and drive away. I'm getting so much enjoyment out of this game that I got for like $50 on sale on Amazon. Okay, let's see here. So I'm assuming it's somewhere out there. Oh, hold on. Oh yeah, it's. I also discovered that hold on, just check this out. So I recently discovered the wonder that is bomb spam. So I'm going around to monster camps that still have unexploded TNT boxes and just building onto this essentially a nuke that I'm building. I'm just gonna stick mass spam them onto homing carts and just let them drive into monster camps and detonate. It's like a heat-seeking explosive. It's an IED. It's just an IED. And the cool thing is that the falsified ones that aren't even real, just made of Zonite, also work as explosives. So I can just keep building onto this nuke. It's amazing. Let's see here. Food, cold weather food. Oh wait, Zonite devices are over here. I should not be streaming this late in the day. Oh, also I made a gunship too. That's a thing we'll look at later. Another thing I discovered I can do is I can hijack the Yiga stuff and then add those to my auto build. If I just attach something to it and modify them. Let's see here. My hover quad. Basic design, so much use. And now you're probably seeing why I want this Zonite armor, so I can just fly around endlessly. Oh yeah, I'm glad I went down below the Great Plateau so soon. I also got a fair bit of use out of the bootleg Master Cycle, which I think is a really cool Easter egg that you can both use this Shrine of Resurrection in this game, and that you can see how it even works. Like, the Shrine of Restoration is directly below the Shrine of Resurrection, right? And you can also get like a fake Master Cycle from the same spot you got in the original game, in Breath of the Wild, I mean. Whoop. Let's look around here for a second. Hot second. What do we have here? Some cool Cephalina. See, there's a construct over there. There's more efficient flying machine. It spins a controller stick. I know, but that's harder for me to use, though. Oh, gumball machine! Oh, one thing I got that I'd fully recommend if you don't like collecting amiibos. It's called the Flashibo Pro. It comes preloaded with like 800 amiibo codes. Because I don't have room for storing actual amiibos or the money to buy them. So yeah, now I can just load up on loot anytime I want, almost. Let's see here. But yeah, amiibos are extremely... Wait, hold on. Wait, why was I doing that? I want to hold them. You know, amiibos are extremely easy to emulate because they're basically just statues. They're just plastic statues. I agree. Little known fact about me, I'm currently, and as for the past few years, have been unemployed. So most of my pocket money comes from doing rent jobs for mainly my parents and family members. So yeah, I don't have any money to spend on luxuries outside of the bare minimums. Now, some may call this cheap, but in all honesty, given how Nintendo's been lately, I kind of think they don't deserve my cash as much as they used to. Just between you and me. Actually, hold on. I'm still missing one more Zonai device. Looks like. A couple of... Oh yeah, I just read that. Open the Zonai menu. Okay, 1 second. You mean the inventory screen, or is there like an actual menu for that? So they have them like all ordered by type. There's just one space left here that I feel like it probably should be filled. Or did you mean this one? If I were a chest, where would I be? Probably over there somewhere. I think it should be right. Looks like it should be filled. I heard, and I cannot verify yet because I'm too lazy to do so, that there might be DLC coming for this game, because they actually got good reviews. Believe it or not, they actually got really good reviews. The main problem people had with it was that the depths are just rather boring. Oh, it's just a Korok. Where'd it go? Oh, it's over there. Again, I cannot verify this. Don't quote me on this either. It's probably not true. But the main reason they didn't do it initially, because they were already... They just finished this project. But God, I hope they're going to add DLC for this. One of the developers is currently not planning to do this. It is only 2 years old, and Breath of the Wild was around for like, what, 6 years before they gave it DLC, I think? I wonder where it could be then. Do we think... Actually, do we think it's over there? I need to find something called Lightcast Island, apparently. Someone's ran over the edge. It's gonna give us the Phantom armor. I mean, I'm already two-thirds away to the Fierce Deity armor from my amiibo spam. Also, look what they did to the other throwback gear. It no longer has its Master Sword up bonus from Breath of the Wild. But yeah, I already have these two. And I have the Barbarian Helm. Where is Lightcast armor? Let's see here. I need to rebuild my hover buggy. I have a bit of a guide here, but it doesn't really tell me exactly where it is. I'll probably pull up a map, though. You know what I really should have done was get that tower. That's the Great Sky Island, I think, right? Yeah, it is. I can see the Temple of Time there. Apparently it's supposed to be really high up, though. Might just be out of render distance. Maybe that's it? Sky's still pretty at sunset? Oh yeah, definitely. I have plenty of large energy cells, so he should be fine flying up, continuing to fly. He's only charges too. No, that's the wind ship thing. Probably get the tower soon. Yeah, I probably should. Well, there goes that. There goes my ride, I guess. Thankfully, I have a shit ton of salmon food that I've just never used. So you can probably glide to it from here. Oh, the stupidest shit happened to me earlier, just a few hours ago. So I was flying around, just on my bike, and I noticed that a star fragment had fallen right, just a little bit away from me near the Hialeah Bridge. By the time I got there, it immediately, when I was like seconds away from picking it up, it turned like 1 a.m. and the thing despawned. I was so pissed because you kind of need star fragments and dragon skills to upgrade some of the link sets. I was so PO'd. I just went like, are you fucking kidding me, game? Yeah. I've heard there's like an exploit where they say if you're getting close to the deadline, if you quickly set up a camp, you can spend the night there and it still stays there, but I don't know if they've ever patched that. Let's see, what's the quest about this tower? Or can I just enter it? Oh yeah, I can just enter it. There's a little more common in this game. I've heard that in Breath of the Wild and possibly Tears of the Kingdom, you can farm them by just hunting a bunch of white-maned Lynels. Or not white-maned, silver or gold Lynels, possibly. But they sometimes drop them. But like that would require fighting a ton of Lynels. And I don't know how keen people are to do that. Launch me! Skyward! Link's away! You know what? One of my favorite, most ironic Point Crow lines is he was playing the Breath of the Wild DLC and he was surprised that there were so many shrines and stuff popping up in the Champion's Ballad. He was like, "How much is hidden under Hyrule?" And people were like, "Little do we know, there was a lot hidden under Hyrule, a whole lot." Because several years later we got Tears of the Kingdom, so it's somewhere up there, I guess. Oh, what the? Really? Aracudas? Well, I think I know where the thing is. There have to be guarding something in here. Oh my god, we're being attacked by giant birds. No, I have not. I don't want to do that until I get the Zonite armor set. Those are those dragon things, right? I think they were a boss like the original Zelda on the NES. Don't know how prominent they are in the general series, though. I have the Zonite to spare. I'm not going to use my fans on this. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me save, too. Just in case this flight goes awry. Yeah, my flame, my resistance is about to run out. I have not. No, that's heat resistance. Gosh darn it. Oh, fun fact. Did you know that if you cook during a blood moon, you get better buffs? Plus the hydrogen side effect? I didn't know that. Let's see here. So it'd be of Strock Lake, I guess. So Herba Plunge. Strock Lake. Ah, right here. So it's up here somewhere. Aha! It's over here. Oops, I have no pins. So I had this thing the whole time? Gosh darn it. Yep, it's right up there. Should be at least. I think one of my favorite Zona devices has to be the portable pot. Because it lets you, it means you don't have to immediately rush to like a settlement or sable when you notice the blood moon's coming. You just plant out but like 10 of them and start cooking immediately. Very handy. Especially in those pinch situations where you're like, maybe like you're in the middle of an enemy fight and you're just like, hold on a sec guys, I have to cook myself some more meat skewers. You guys are really beating me up. So I just need to eat something. Apparently, you can actually distract monsters with food. Yeah, the one used a little annoying. Then again, look how many of them I have. I had 100 of them earlier. It's because I abused the hell out of Zonai capsules. Like I was just farming, I think, fans from a device dispenser before I fully upgraded my energy cell. So I was just amassing them. a kind of a curse I seem to have with... What was I in here for again? Kind of a curse I seem to have with my games is that I'll either have too much of something or too little of something at any given point. I'm rarely in this fine median. Oh yeah, I know. Did you know I have a problem with Gacha mechanics? I am proud and ashamed to admit that I have wasted over 800 something US dollars on mobile games just with these gambling mechanics. Seriously, don't fall into the trap. Do not start gambling or you will not stop. I think that's why I love these gumball machines so much, because either way I'm probably going to use what they're getting to give me. And it's not real money being wasted on it. But yeesh. This is why I will never in my life visit a casino, because I will not be able to leave. I'm going to be one of those people that will have to forcefully remove from the premises at like at 4 a.m. because they just refuse to get up off the slot machine. Side note, casino zones in Sonic the Hedgehog are some of my favorite zones. You can probably guess why. Yeah, I have a really big effing problem. If I ever get married, the last thing my spouse will ever do is join our bank accounts. Because I would put us like, I would put our accounts like 6 feet, like 80 feet under, 800 feet in the grave. Hard debt. I don't know why I'm laughing about this. It's nothing to be proud of. I shouldn't be freaking proud of this. Why is that giant freaking ball over there, I wonder? Uh-oh. That's low gravity, I guess. Oh, there's constructs here. Oh, you notice me. Game on. And dead. You think you just saw some reverse gambling? Because yeah, the games are fun, but they're not ones you should really be playing with. So let's see, what's the thing here? I wonder. I probably have to drain this water somehow. Let's see. Do I just blast this, I wonder? Oh, also, I'm glad that the ancient blades haven't been raptured. I'm just waiting on the perfect use to use one. I have a hoarding disorder apparently. Did I get it? Let's see here. It's probably a puzzle to do. Do I have to wait a certain time of day for the sun to be shining directly through here, I wonder? Probably. That'd probably intensify the heat and then evaporate the water. I have to wait. Okay, let's see. There's something I'm missing. Don't tell me just yet. I want to figure this out. If I go inspect the thing. Oh, there's a Korok here. Ultra Hen, maybe? Whoop, didn't mean to do that. No, so not that then. Let's see. There's something I'm missing. Not rewind. Okay, I'll bite. What do I have to do? Grab the person again. Okay, let's see here. Look at him go. Up there he goes. Picking up his drops. There's my bike. That's not it. Either way, we only got 5 minutes before we have to start tanking damage. I see something over there. Ah. Ah. It's one of those interfaces. Thank you. Now let's see here. What will they have us do? I suppose I could just cook since I have a bunch of portable pots, now that I think about it. Oh, wait, there we go. Oh, look at all the fish. There are fairies? Oh, shoot. Let's see. Either way, I probably scared them all away by now. Wait, nope. There's one over there. Oh, why'd I do that? Thought I could jump up and grab it, but I guess not. Up there's one. Got you. Ice fruits. None up here, it looks like. Dude, look how many arrows I have. I love low gravity because combined with bullet time, it's just always it's always such a good combo. Since you don't have anywhere you can just jump into the air and just immediately activate it, versus having to jump from a high place. Simple. I break every single crate I come across in the depths and never freaking use them. Despite the fact I have like a... You remember when I mentioned my Gaka problem? This extends to crates and games. I'm always looking for everything. I'm looting these camps all the time. For some reason I have so much Zonite, because I spent hours farming it for the past few weeks in my off-camera time. And each time I clear an outpost, there's like a bunch of crates there that have 1, 5, maybe even 8 something arrows per crate, if I'm lucky. If anything, I need more. It's the bows I'm after, because I have so many arrows, I just don't know what to do with them. Probably don't want to fall down there. Let's see here. So there's mirrors. It's a puzzle. I think there's something over that way. So it's not that way, I think, I guess. Part of me thinks I probably should have picked up the Snow Quill armor. I see something over there, too. Is that it, I wonder? It looks like a chest. Oh, it's just more mirrors. Okay. So let me a shrine puzzle. It takes bits to complete. Ah, okay. I assume I have to send the light all the way around this room. Oh, I thought that was a flux construct for a second. Now let's just add one more mirror. Oh, that's kind of sad. The Zonai construct near had a friend, but he died ages ago until the point he's decayed. Let's see, is there a shrine on the surface now, I wonder? Let's quickly check up here. There's another thing to do in the room. Oh, okay. Let me first check up here though, just to be sure. Yeah, nothing here yet. Doesn't look like. Wait, what's down here, I wonder? Oh, there's a gumball machine down there. Up, here's the shrine. Up, yep, here it is. I think one of my favorite, like maybe jabs that they've ever done in Breath of the Wild, is that Link is like supposed to be canonically be this witty, potentially smug and funny guy, as evidenced through some of his dialogue. Up there's a star fragment, but he doesn't really realize that the hero of the Wild set is explicitly made for him as the hero of legend, like with some of the texts referencing things like strangely it's just your size or where it feels so right. Like he's the hero. That's his role in life, and he wields the Master Sword. He directly parallels to heroes of legend, but he doesn't realize that he's actually the hero. It seems. But then there's other. But then there's also this one. I think this is dialogue in Breath of the Wild where it just references the Bible. It's like somebody asks, "Are you the hero?" or something like that, and he's just one of the options is, "I am he, Link," if I remember correctly. Like I am he, Jesus. I can see why Zelda loves him in this time period. The Wild Saga has some of the best writing I think I've ever seen in any game ever. It's up there with like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, and just it's a cinematic masterpiece. Just flat out. So let's see then. Where'd the armor be, I wonder? It's heavily implied that Zelda has romantic feelings for Link. She even outright states that she's fallen from it, I think in one of her diaries. As well as the fact that to awaken her powers, it took Link's is almost death in her arms to like awaken that, and that's not something like that happens with friends normally, even good friends. More evidence to support this is that she was able to hold out for 100 years, holding off Ganon with her power, just waiting for him to come back. And that sort of resolve is usually depicted in media as something born of love, not just a good friendship. I don't know if Link feels the same way about her, but it's been virtually confirmed. If anything, his lack of reciprocating the feelings outright is because that apparently just can. There's Hopper Stone. Well, there's the last device, I guess. What the heck? So now we have 4 more spots. This is like the Pokédex. Yeah, there is. I'm pretty sure they share the bed. Either way, yeah. But I think the whole reason that he doesn't really openly reciprocate these feelings is the same logic behind Sonic and Amy's one-sided relationship. It's that he both feels that since all these eyes are on him, he has to act stoic and indifferent towards everything, but also that openly expressing his love for someone of such high importance to him would potentially put her in danger, because there would be people out there who hate him who would use that love against him. Like holding her hostage and whatnot. Which I can honestly understand that logic. It's pretty sound. It's like if you're trying to fight someone, the one of the biggest things you can weaponize against them is their love interest, because they don't want any harm to come to them, so they will do anything in their power to keep that from happening, even if that means handing over their most powerful weapon or their life. This is one of the arguments that no one ever seems to bring up in these relationship things in media. People always use a lack of affection on one side to justify the fact that couples aren't together, like aren't in a two-way relationship, but they just never realize that when it's like a hero involved who has a huge responsibility, they're probably not going to show that love to their to people who are always watching them. Oh, by the way, you know what this means with the Hoverstone? You know what I can do now? I can make airborne turrets. I can just stick above monster camps just to fire on them. Yeah, exactly. But then again, he might not have felt the same exact way for her. I mean, she's a fish person, first of all. But then again, it's the same principle applies. He may just not have shown it because he felt worried about her. I mean, the Gerudo aren't actually Hylians, a human analog, but they actually have to go out and seek males of other races to reproduce with, keep their species alive. So I can honestly see how interspecies relationships are or would be a thing in Hyrule. There's no debating it. It's hard to confirm either side, is what I'm saying. Oh, I don't know if you know this, but I recently discovered that the reason the Divine Beasts are named the way they are is in reference to older characters from like Ocarina of Time and whatnot, like Noboru, Divine Boris, Princess Ruda, Princess Varuda. Oh, and one more thing on the Divine Beasts. I discovered that there's a huge laser gash in one of the mountains in I think the Urba region, or maybe Sabantha, I forget. It's this huge unscalable wall of obsidian almost, and this is from a stray laser from a Divine Beast that just raked across it during the calamity. Just one random surface that you just can't scale, and it's because of a Divine Beast. See how many of these things do I have now? I have like 11 air stones. Or hover stones. Let's see. But yeah. Sorry if I went on a bit of tangent there. Let's see, where would that armor be though? Oh my... I've heard that too, but I don't know if that's confirmed or not. That might just be in species folk not species in universe folklore. Then again, what is it? Doesn't Farash just travel around that region a bit, or is it Nadra? But yeah, I know. Now let's see here. Oh, there's the chest. Let's check this one. Talking about dueling peaks, right? There's the Zonai helm. Yep, here we go. Now I see the Zonai leg pieces. Where are the shin guards? It seemed to be in the Akala Sky Archipelago, North Akala. So I guess I know where we're headed now. Oh, actually, hold on a second. I'm gonna sideline that plan for a little bit. I want to mess this guy up. That virtually confirms it then, because stuff like that doesn't occur normally in geology. Identical formations. Hey, flux construct. Let's see here. What do I want to use for this? Look how we're just destroying this guy. I'm abusing him with the culmination of my hoarding disorder. Rabbit's the old thing from a dying beast doing peace. Oh, okay. You think he's dead yet, Ava? We're just decimating this dude. Yep, I think we killed him. Oh, you're not dead yet? Okay, then. Now he's dead, though. Red no shot. We just assassinated this dude. We just, like, literally, that's all we did. We just assassinated him. We just assassinated a construct. I mean, last stream we killed the Blizzard CEO, aka Colgera. This time we assassinated this dude. But I want to stick this on, I wonder. As funny as I think wasn't. Yeah. I'm gonna stick to my Bloom Sword. 73 attack power. Wow, this is our strongest weapon now. Oh, now we have this thing. Where do we think this goes? Got destroyed. Oh, I know what it's time for. Hoverbike time. Also, is that a chest over there? No, that's a fan. Okay. Also, I need to eat something really quickly. I need to make some more cold food. It's heat resistance. I need cold. Oh, gosh darn it, no. Give me those. Anything else I have? Doesn't look like it. So eventually, it's definitely the ugliest armor piece. What would that one be, I wonder? Oh, time to eat. Easiest crystal ever. We were probably supposed to fight that guy legitimately for the crystal that was on his back, but no, we instead executed him. You know what a summary execution is? It's one of my new favorite like terms. It's an execution without any trial. I think it's like a public one. That's just what we did when we just summarily executed him. No questions asked. No analysis. No nothing. We just showed up and obliterated him. And nothing of value was lost. But at least we got a cool weapon out of it. What? Hold on. What? There's more to do? Oh boy. Oh, no, here we go. Yep, it's a blessing. Another diamond. Eventually I'm gonna have to cash in all these spirit orbs I'm collecting. Before I leave this island, I want to see if there's any other harvestable flora around here. Like any sundelions anywhere, I wonder? Yep, here's some. Oh, shoot, fairies. I just forgot about that. That was a mistake. I just pocketed like a pencil. Actually, do you know that the Giga Blade Masters can actually steal the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild? If you manage to lead one all the way through the Lost Woods without despawning, and then lose aggro, it'll just pocket the Master Sword and just takes it. There's a gold apple. Yeah, I saw. Thank you, though. Oh, that's a Hylian Pinecone. Yeah, it is. It's like I didn't know there were multiple chosen heroes. Either that or Fi is like lost her shit in the years since Link's absence. I know she's like canonically dormant, but let's be real, she's still in there. She's just doesn't want to talk anymore. Also, I think oh gosh darn it. Also, I think it's really funny that the Master Sword is canonically a female. Doesn't he get sword acquired? I don't know why that made me laugh that hard. Then again, considering all the shit that all the shit posts people make about the Master Sword and Fi, like I see why she'd probably be kind of ticked at the actual hero and whoever's controlling them, because like, she has to be aware of the player's presence, right? She like telling us our battery's low, breaking the fourth wall. She has to be aware of the player. Oh, and since there are a bunch of batteries and stuff here... At a scale of like... of lovable companion to defective Vocaloid that's always in your ear, I have to rate her at about the low end of... the second lowest of that scale. I haven't played Skyward Sword yet, but I kind of want to, and I'm not really looking forward to having her constantly talking up at me. Like, your job is to whack enemies and stay in my back until I need you. I can't tell which came first, Sonic and the Black Knights, Caliburn, or Fi, but probably Fi. I don't need discount great value Excalibur talking to me. Why am I doing that? I can just do this. Yeah, I'd probably say about a 2. She's not the worst companion, but she's not exactly... she's nowhere near the best either. And then, if I just attach a bunch of these batteries on... cheap infinite power. Assuming I can even still lift it with these things on there. I wonder if this thing will let us fly all the way to Akala. No, I want you to stay on the back side. It's not the best, but the whole game is super clanky now to control. Yeah, that's the problem with like games designed around motion control. Apparently it was like a mandate when Nintendo was making the Wii. They had a mandate where all games had to include motion controls in some aspect. That's why you have things like Sonic 4 on the Wii. where the only reason that they were able to get on there was just this a few levels where you have to tilt the whole stage, which obviously people didn't really seem to like. I'm just curious, will this thing get off the ground even? These batteries can't be that heavy, right? Those noodles in Skyward are kind of fun for the first bit, are quickly annoying. Yeah, that's the drawback, is like, oh, this actually does fly, cool. That's the drawback to this sort of thing. Oh, this doesn't give us any power. Wow. Is it really that big a power hog? Big berries are better. Yeah, but I haven't found a dispenser for those yet. And the ones that I can just buy take like 30 charges. I do like the concept of batteries that just disappear from the actual assembly. Sort of like a rocket's booster. Imagine if they just dropped, though. It'd just be raining batteries all the time. Actually, hold on. I have the zone I set. I should probably equip that, shouldn't I? I'm gonna have to land. Teleport to Lookout Landing? I suppose I could. But I mean, I already built this thing. I want to get mileage out of it. Maybe I'll see some cool stuff while I'm up here too. I don't know. We might see some shrines, something. So it's like a scouting mission. Gathering intel. There's a shrine. Might as well register that for later access. I mean, also I got these fans for free. As well as this control stick. It'd be stupid to just waste them, right? But we already got this, didn't we? You know, we already got that shrine. I just now realized. Also, I discovered something cool about the Wolflink amiibo in this game. It's really good for getting early game money because its main drop in Tears of the Kingdom is just high quality meats. And if you cook those in a pot, you can get like somewhere around upper 400 to 500 something rupees for a full skewer. And if you scan it, you can probably afford the armor set at Lookout Landing immediately. If you're lucky. Oh, one thing you kind of missed that was really freaking funny that happened to me back at collecting money early game because you hoard or gems. Yeah, that's why a quick moneymaker is just hunting. Like I said, meat sells for a lot if it's cooked well. So if you can manage to find something like and nail something like a buck or possibly a wolf, you can actually make money pretty quickly. But what happened to me a few streams ago was I was just flying around Hyrule Castle in a thunderstorm. I didn't have any like conductive gear on, and I was going so fast so that I flew right into the path of a lightning bolt, and I just got one shot, just out of nowhere. The game just obliterated me. It just deleted me. It just told me no. I know the odds are never zero. It's like being attacked by George W. Bush tomorrow on your daily commute. The odds are low but never zero, and that's the most terrifying part. What the dragon? Oh, hi there. Actually, now that I think about it, now's a pretty good time to see if I can farm it for anything. Okay, chat, what part are we going for? Up. Up. I don't want to miss it, though. It's too late. He's already in there. We missed. We missed our shot. Also, I don't want to lose the bike. Yeah, I don't think we were gonna make it either way. Up, well, there it goes. Recall? It's too late. It's already long gone. Like the parts just despawned. Yeah, that was a complete loss. Major loss. Might as well do this shrine now. Right, it's behind us. That's right. I know my recent guilty pleasure snack. It's either Tony's chocolate and Nelly bars, which are fully ethical chocolate. Most of the chocolate in America is slave farmed to some extent with child labor. This is verified, trace, and slave free. But otherwise, it's Ritz crackers and peanut butter. Let's see here. Can't do that. Let's see. Oh, I know what I need to do. And I know I'm not the only one who likes Ritz and peanut butter crackers, because it's an entire product. It's just Ritz and peanut butter crackers. Maybe called Ritz Bits. Can I stasis any of this, I wonder? You're not close enough. No, I can't. Okay, then. You're not stasis, it's... hold on, I see. One of my favorite things about the shrines in this game is that they're less puzzles and more just tutorials for the different elements. They're just in-depth tutorials. Or puzzle tutorials, rather. Right, I need to actually stasis. No, it's not stasis. I keep getting the yellow markers confused. Whoop, hold on. They're not, but at least they're pretty straightforward in what you have to do. I like some of them. Like the ones that are just a combat arena, just proving your knowledge of the game's mechanics. And I can see how some people don't really like them as much. As like, I think like a third of them are just tutorials. Just teaching you the uses for certain Zonai devices. Then another bunch of them are just Raru's Blessing. And just there as travel points. Then there's ones that are just bring point A to point B. You choose too easily or two with recall. Yeah, that's another fair critique. And again, it's kind of up to the player not to actively like seek out ways to cheese the game. To do things as intended. It's like you have the option to cheat the game. You have the option to do things the intended way. And the game developers, in a lot of cases, just expect you to not look for exploits or cheap tricks to get through stuff. Then again, if the puzzles were actually good and fun, there would be no reason to even cheese them to begin with. Actually, since we're here, like this by it's right by the Great Ferry. I will upgrade this while we're here, if we even can. Do we even have the stuff for that? Oh shoot! I need to go back to. Oh man. I need 5 of these. I need to go back to the Great Sky Island to get some. Do you think puzzle design is good? Good puzzle design shouldn't be easily cheesed? Exactly. It's like a give and take scenario. It's like you give us a good puzzle, you get us doing the puzzle as intended. You give us a bad puzzle, and players are probably gonna look for as many ways around it as they can. It's like a trade-off. Hold on, let's see. What is my auto build? You know what I never use? I have the schematic for a motorcycle. I never use that. Actually, now I think I actually have all the parts for it. I think I need 2 lights. If I have multiple solutions, but not every puzzle will be solved with recall. Exactly. Oh. Oh, come on, Choo Choos. Thank you, thank you, Tulin. Love the motorcycle. Isn't very practical in terms of speed, but it's fun. Oh yeah, I like this one because it's cheap, but the beam cycle is also fun because it's just a throwback to Breath of the Wild. Let's go up this way. Fox, I love foxes. It's also power efficient too. Not as good in the depths though, where the train's a lot more rocky. I just remember a bird. Shit. Anyway, this is the way to Zora's Domain. Whoops. Just didn't have the headlight because you could just use a free Bright Bloom seed. Yeah, that's the downside. Then again, you can't just modify the schematic yourself once you built it. Take the headlights off, and then save that to your favorites. But then again, you only have 8 favorites, so trade off again. Also, that's another thing. Why do you only have 8 schematics? That you can save like as favorites. Game of Sophie limitations. 8 schematics seems really limited. I know, right? It's like why 8? It's like let me. I love a bunch of my builds. Like I handcrafted these with my time and my knowledge of the game's tools. Let me use them. Apparently, there's like a platform where you can get QR codes for people to scan in different, not amiibos, different schematics from people around the world. But I think that might just be a Switch 2 only thing. I have no idea how you're supposed to get that into Switch 1. Yeah, I figured. It's like I'm tempted to get a Switch 2, but they're super expensive. I don't feel like getting scammed out of one, waiting for another one to arrive just for it to also be dead. It's like, is it really worth the price tag? If there's a chasm over there. One second. Where is the Skyview Tower? I think it's up there, right? Is this the depths? Is that Sky Island, I wonder? Anyway. Now, how am I gonna get up there, I wonder? I'm trying to think. Is there like a way I can... Is there like a bridge there? Except some software updates for games. It's a shame because you don't want to buy a Switch 2 because it's expensive and they really didn't charge you from Switch 1. Yeah, I know. It's like... Did they at least fix Joy-Con drift? I don't think they did they? Because they want to sell you more Joy-Cons when the old ones wear out. That's I think my absolute biggest gripe with the Switch in general. In consoles in general. It's so bad that people sell third-party repair and replacement kits just to switch out the freaking... Oh look, it's too steep a hill for this thing. It's like... The controls are... The drift is so bad and so widespread that people are like, we're not fixing this, we're just gonna sell you a solution. In the form of a do-it-yourself fix kit. Instead of them and get them replaced for Nintendo, of course Nintendo doesn't advertise that. I know, but that's another thing, it's like, just make the thing normally. I think it also requires warranty, doesn't it? Most people don't know. Is that Gloom? Yeah, that's Gloom. There's gonna be Gloom hands here. Nope. Just gonna pretend I didn't see that. I mean, we can check. We can always check. Pretty sure that's Gloom. There wouldn't just be a random mud puddle. Not gonna call it chicken again. You know what? Fine. 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 Okay, yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. At this point, I'm just traumatized because I don't have any splash damage weapons anymore. Wait, what the? What was that? I just saw something over there. This mud is ridiculous. Why is this even here? Oh, Wizrobe. You can't tell me that this is... Oh, well, it sees us. Lovely. Oh, whoop. Oh, come on. Gosh darn it. Stupid Wizrobe. This purple maybe supposed to be like Old Malice? Possibly. Thank you, Tulin. Oh, not again. Gosh darn it. No, you don't. You're not going anywhere, bitch. Topaz rod. Hey, most of the malice is cleared up, didn't it? Like when Calamity Ganon left? Or... You know what I recently realized about that? The whole reason Calamity Ganon was even sealed in the under the castle to begin with was because actual Ganondorf was under there. It's just his spirit running rampant. That's the only reason that Calamity Ganon was even there to begin with. It's just because his trapped corpse was pissed off at the world. Built him enough power to go rampant over time. It's like, how did you not go down there? Why did you not go down there? Oh, was it too spooky down there? Let's see here. Let me get my bow, too. But it's like, also, there wasn't malice here to begin with, was there? This specific spot on the thing? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the malice previously was just all up here, up on top of Akkala Citadel. Possibly. I mean, according to some of the design books and records, a lot of the mud that you see around the kingdom, those bottomless bogs, were actually supposed to be malice pools originally, but they were changed last minute just to be mud. They were supposed to just find random malice pools that would suck you in and kill you that way. I think it's really interesting design choice. It's like, why? What the heck? This looks like ruins are over here from something. Can I rewind it? Can I recall this? Nope, I can't. Okay then. So it's possible. It's possible that they implemented like just random pools of malice over here. The Guardians did have a huge presence in Akkala, didn't they? Like they were just everywhere over in Breath of the Wild. Which on the topic of Guardians in Akkala, the Akkala Labyrinth was diabolical. Wouldn't cause you to sink. Probably not. But yeah, I like the booby trap that they put in the Akkala Labyrinth. If you don't have the camera or the wit to use the camera to detect the decayed guardians, the moment you open one of those chests, they just all activate and target you. Oh gosh darn it! Not now, Choo Choo. Gosh darn it! No, you don't. You stop that right now. No fun games. What just fell on me? What was that? Oh, it says Choo Choo. It's like some Indiana Jones crap. Just to actually drop good things. Yeah, I mean, it's like for how pesky they are and how much of a pain in the ass they can be. You would wish they dropped something better than just a elemental rod that you can literally just make yourself in this game. Like you can just fabricate these normally. It's like it's not even. It doesn't even have the elemental buff on it like this thing does. Like, I already have one of these, and it's much better. You know, let's do a side-by-side comparison of the two. Any differences between this and the one that you can get from crafting it. So this one is you one orb. This gives you 3. So you get the ones that you make yourself are better. That's just pathetic. You know what? I think you're probably right. Wasn't it Calicidal up here before? Yeah, you can even like slice this away. I didn't even realize that. Oh wait, hold on a sec. Hold on. 1 second here. Need choo-choo jelly. I want to try something. Oh, that's that. Why didn't I think of this before? Choo-choo jelly. It's basically just jelly, this condensed water. You remember what the mud is? What is it? Find out soon? Okay, then. Thank you, Guardian Arm Assistant things. That was lovely. I want to check out what the Death Star looking thing is. Wasn't one of the bosses called like a muck truck? It's probably that, isn't it? Yeah, people just listing off bosses is kind of spoiled that for me. I have no idea what the fuck a muck truck is. Wow, this thing really is just the Death Star. Don't tell me if I'm right, though. Muck truck's the most underwhelming boss in it. Well, don't tell me if that's actually a mud or not. Don't tell me. I want to see for myself. Well, no, I didn't want to do that. Gosh darn it. Let's put 4 in this time. I don't blame you. And we were talking about it after all. Let's see, what did we get from this one? Carts, fans, beam emitters, and wings. Got it. Is there some way to get down there, though? There'd have to be, right? First, let's check the shrine, though. flying device. Well, we know what this one's gonna be about. Hey, Hyper. I'm just gonna do this the right way. I could just glide down, but it's like... Well, okay then. So I see where I'm supposed to go. There's probably not, it doesn't seem like there's much to this shrine, does there? Oh, hold on. Unless there's like something over here I need to grab. Yeah, there's carts over there. I need to grab one of those. Gotcha. Oh, gosh darn it. Looked up that wasp. You seen that one before? Still even got effed up, man. I just realized missed some stuff. Yeah. Hey, Eva, do you watch more Pars? He does a lot of videos on this the insane wildlife in Australia. When we were just talking about that, yeah, you should look him up. It taught me about some of the most absurd wildlife. Like, there's this thing called the Irukandji jellyfish. It's the size of one of your fingernails, right? With 3 foot long tentacles that'll propel barbs of neurotoxin into your skin, and when you're injected, you'll feel nothing at first, right? But then 30 minutes later, you'll be overcome with a feeling of overwhelming dread, as in people have been recorded asking to be actually taken like permanently offline, if you catch my drift. It's so bad, screaming that they're going to die, and then immediately after that, they get their blood pressure spikes through the roof, so they get things like blood clots, brain hemorrhages, stuff like that. Which and usually this leads to immediate, you know what, and this symptom is named after this stupid thing. There's no cure either. You know, like bugs, exactly. Like, it's like then you'll hate the tarantula hawk wasp. It's like It's like straight up something out of Alien. If you don't like bugs, you're not gonna like what this thing does. I'm not gonna tell you. You can look it up yourself. But it's abysmally fucked up. But yeah, but then like this whole thing, the jellyfish, it's called the Irukandji syndrome. This little bastard, this little motherfucker. Okay, see it has a whole symptom named after it. It's like custom built just to mess you up. Either way, have a good dinner. What a simple shrine. Anyway, now let's go after that armor. I bet it's down below. If there's gotta be some way to get to it though. Is that we don't have so in the States? I mean, we have Black Widows. We have brown recluse aplenty. Let's see, how am I going to get into here? There has to be some way down. Probably supposed to glide down into there. Yeah, let's see. It looks like I have to just push this a little bit more. You can deal with those. You've been around Lucas a few times in your life. Sounds like nothing weird, but fair enough. Yeah, at least that's survivable. Did I like get something down there? I wonder. Yep, there we go. Got it. Now give me what I am owed. Ah, Sage's will. Gosh darn it. I guess that's useful. Is there anything else around here, I wonder, that I'm missing? I have to be missing something, right? There's pillars here. I wonder if they're up there. Where would it be then, I wonder? Did I miss something in the shrine? Worst was when was it? I was a kid and got bit and you had to get treated because it caused deep holes to start forming. Yep, that'd be the necrosis. That's really at least bad because. Right. Let's see here. I'm definitely missing something here. Is there like a... I should probably go check that out, shouldn't I? Maybe there's some problem solving I have to do. It's probably hidden somewhere on the sphere to figure something out over there. It's just nothing to F around with. Exactly. Humans, animals, they play games, but nature itself does not. It's been going pretty well. We got a piece of the zone, another piece of the Zonite armor. We're looking for the third piece right now. I think it's in this sphere somewhere, but it's like I want to check out the thing up there, way up there first. Oops, sorry, bird. Oh, we're in a low gravity field now. Wellspring Islands. There's a shrine over here I should probably grab. Well, using Sphere Flight. Nope, you cannot. I'm not legally obligated to show my flying license to civilians. And unless you can provide to me some proof that you are a government official, I'm not legally obligated in any way, shape, or form, in fact, to show you my licenses. Nice try, Hyper. Let me on my bike. Gosh darn it. There's gotta be something around here I'm missing. What would be within range that could launch into there? I'm looking up a guide. That's it. Gotta start Irakudas. I need to look something up. 1 second. This is so stupid. Nope. What the heck? Where'd that come from? No, shut up. There's a YouTube tab. I think I need to head over here somewhere. Yeah, right here. That's this Elden Sky thing. What the heck? What do I do? You couldn't just look up a guy for... You've told me this before. Where the heck? No, wait a minute. Gosh darn, we're in the Lanayru Sky Archipelago. This whole thing's been wrong. Aw, man. You have to find or buy it? Yeah. Because games are designed much more to like arcade stuff, where they were designed to sell you strategy guides and whatnot. Is that launcher and is that a sphere? I'm gonna fuck this sphere up. I'm gonna fuck this sphere up. I'm pissed now. Wasted so much time. Maybe this will work. Who knows? Maybe it's sitting on the sphere, like I said earlier. Possibly. Who knows? I sure don't. But we're gonna find out together. You get to watch this bumbling moron probably gonna run for another 15-30 minutes. Is there anything I can launch around here? Anything at all? You tell your grandma until back in the day you had to play with dirt and 60 bits around. You bits out bored with your toys against Sarah? I think you have, yeah. Is there really nothing I can launch around here? Oh, there's a Sunderland there. I'll grab though. That's it, I'm leaving. I find a different sphere. There's all these other islands over here too. Another sphere. Looks like there's another sphere another launcher thing. Maybe we'll have better luck over here with something to launch. It looks like there's stone cubes or something like that. I'm seeing a puzzle. I feel like... Is this what the guy was talking about? Probably. It's angled weird. Yeah, let's do this. I'm gonna fuck this sphere up. How do I activate this thing? This thing not even gonna work unless I figure something out here. Why isn't this launching, I wonder? Do I have to like find some sort of freaking... that almost crushed me. Find some sort of crystal to launch these things? Oh, I see an interface down there. Oh, it's more launchers. Yeah, this I think is what I'm supposed to do. I'm figuring this out. Let me see here. Oh, he's got a cannon. Shit. Where's that freaking sphere now? I'm completely turned around now, and I don't want to go down and get the tower. Oh, there's the sphere. Really? Is there another one around here? No go business. See ya, Hyper. There's the cube I launched in. I thought I fell down for a second. Thankfully I didn't. There's save. Ah, here's a chest. Gimme, gimme, gimme! Aha! Perfect. Giant shin guards. The last thing I need to do is upgrade these things. But to do that, I need to farm a bunch of Captain Construct horns. I don't know if there's any of them on this island yet. I was here during a blood moon. Apparently, things don't respawn within a certain radius around you during blood moons. This was a bit of a hassle in Breath of the Wild, where you could just fight a guardian beyond death's door, and then another one would spawn right on top of you. The blood moon happened. Really, they're not back yet? What the heck? Oh, man. There should be a construct in here. Hey Ava, we just got the Greaves. Now we're just looking for a Captain Construct to mess with. Because we need horns to upgrade them. But there's one. Unfortunately, at some point I cleared out the rest of them on this island. that aren't leveled up yet, so yeah. I've heard that farming Captain Constructs is one of the more painful parts of upgrading this armor. Since eventually you'll get to a point where you just don't have many of them on the map anymore, on the entire map. Only a few of them are still tier 1 Captain Constructs. And you need 5 of them to upgrade the Zonite set the first time, if I remember correctly. This will do shrines until the next blood moon. Even then, though, I'm only going to be able to get 3 of them off this island when the next blood moon does happen. Oh, wait, no, it's right here. There's where we need to do the shrine. Go in there, Link. Orbs of water. Oh, whoop! I just plunged to my doom. The most unorthodox water elevator ever. It's so slow. Wait, the recording is slow or the water elevator? The elevator? Oh, okay. Sorry that somehow the recording is slowed down, in which case I have no idea how to fix that. But yeah, I can definitely see how some of these puzzles just aren't as good as, like, Breath of the Wild. They're just way too easy. Even notice there was low gravity. You know if time passes inside shrines, if blood moons happen then? They probably don't, right? You don't think so? Okay. And I'm gonna have to do these shrines either way, so I might as well just get them out of the way now. They have a bunch of them piling up. It's gonna be really fun to cash in some of these orbs. Or a bunch of them, rather. Got enough for 3 upgrades right now, but I want to keep going. It's only 8 p.m. My brain's still good for another, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. Before my meds wear off. Then everything becomes significantly funnier and significantly stupider. Aid from above. Is this all the shrine's gonna be? Just laser puzzles? Mostly, Oh, whoops, I want Ultra Hand. Nope, that's not where we go. Oh yeah, actually it is, okay. These don't really tickle my brain like the ones from Breath of the Wild. Yeah, this... kind of a mood killer. Okay, let me think here. What can I use to bypass this? I'm gonna be sent back if this hits me. Can't use recall on it. Or rewind. Yeah, recall. I can't duck through. What else is there? Oh, I see. Whoop, almost had it. So I have to jump through the last second. Why was this called Aid from Above, though? Kind of expected there to be like some aerial challenge or something. Guy in a laser through a maze, maybe? I don't know. You can definitely see where all the design effort went. It went to things like the depths and the Zonai devices interactions, rather than the puzzles this time. It's like they were trying to make a building simulator game or a sandbox game more than they were trying to make a puzzle adventure game almost. They're trying to super hard to make mechanically. Wait, really? I can see it's a complex system, but that shows what I know about game design, I guess. The fact that it was allegedly this hard to make, makes me wonder if they're gonna bring it back in the future, in some form. That'd be really fun if they did. Add new Zonai devices or new devices you can use it on. It's a really interesting concept, and I want to see them do more with it. As a computer engineer, something hard would be to work the whole physics system, make it work. Ah. I didn't really account for the physics system. But surely a lot of the Zonai device interactions wouldn't just be as easy as just copy pasting the system from Breath of the Wild. Next time I encounter him, I'm gonna have to ask him a few questions about computer design because that's something I'm really interested in getting into, and I think I could learn a lot from him actually. Up there I go again, running away from this. It's like I'm looking to get into code and game design at some point. This is a hobby. Maybe I can make a few bucks from it. I don't know. I have some ideas I want to put into play in like a game environment. I have no idea how to even begin with that, and coding classes just they don't work for me. My brain has a hard time grasping them. I remember from this physical interaction, not physical interaction, physical verbal is human interaction. Oh, get up there, Link. Actually, hold on. One sec, I need to solve this. Oh gosh darn it. He has a... Oh wait, he's really good at what he does. He uses a lot of Python and C++. Remember what they called Code Academy? I've heard of that. I don't know how good that would be for me though. I think I've told you guys this before, but I am autistic. I have a learning disability. I don't really learn as well as normal people do, especially like growing up. What? Oh, come on. Guess I have to use a torch then. What do I do in here? Yeah, either way, I don't think a Code Academy course would work that well for me. I think I've actually tried something like that before. It just wasn't good. Wait, really? That's it? What the hell were they doing for this shrine? This is so easy. Oh, hold on. Oh, I see what I need to do. This is too easy. They're definitely inflexible because it says lesson test but no real person teaching. Exactly. It's like for just a bit of insight to my life growing up and going through school. I had a lot of people having to hold my hand, and bear in mind I was a huge problem child. I commend my teachers for putting up with my bullshit so as much as they did. But I had to have like special ed aides help me walk me through various worksheets and stuff. I regularly when I was in elementary, I had people in the classroom with me. Even through high school, I had someone in the classroom with me working with me, because otherwise I just would not have. I would have completely flunked school. That's just it. My brain just wouldn't have been able to handle it, and I would have just failed. So I am very regrettably so I am very reliant on people actual people helping teach me stuff and walk me through things. Or I just probably just won't learn them. That's just how it is. That's why I'm a huge advocate for special ed programs and stuff like that. Because otherwise, people like myself just we just fail life. We wouldn't be able to be in society. We would just fail. We couldn't be a human in today's society. That's the long and the short of it. People are very heavily reliant on people helping them, or we're fucked. We're just fucked. And that's why I can't really rely on these online courses that people keep trying to direct me to. It's because I've tried them. They just don't work for me. I need person feedback, right? You get it. You're probably getting it. I'm just driving the point into the ground. Needless to say, there aren't really a lot of places where I can go to that'll give me this aid when it comes to coding. So I'm forced to do things like look up, to make my VTuber avatar that I rarely use because it just doesn't get me enough traction, I guess. I don't know. I had to make that myself, and I had to look up a ton of video walkthroughs and guides to making that stuff, all the rigging and whatnot. because I would not have been able to learn that from like a book a or an online course. I learned by doing and by watching people do and getting feedback and whatnot. Just telling me do this, do that wouldn't teach me the stuff I needed to know to do that. That's kind of the hard, sad truth of people with mental disabilities like myself. We need other people to help us. We have no choice. For those who want to be independent, we just can't be. Like, as it stands now, I'm never going to be able to live in my own home. Even apart from the economy, I would need someone to like check up on me regularly to make sure I'm doing okay. Aware of this fact, it sucks, but that's just how it is. You're ADHD, so you definitely in support. You're definitely in support of special programs and just generally more accessible learning. Ow. Oh dear. Oh, I'm gonna have to actually use my skills for this. Oh, come on. Come on, dodge, will you, Link? I'm trying to get a perfect... Come on! Why is my thing responding? There we go, Flurry Rush. Grab every shield 90% of the time you play. Exactly, because beating things just outright doesn't help so much normally. Yeah, I regularly forget about the advanced combat system and elements that this game has, and just resort to just running into a monster and beating it until it dies. Caveman intellect. Beat thing with stick, thing dies, me happy, me good. Wait, there's a spike ball here the whole time? Huh. Never even noticed that. Because it just works. Spring shield. I can make those myself, dude. But whatever. I also have so many Lionel shields now, it's ridiculous. This will be really funny next time I decide to use a shield. You'll have the flare rushes, but almost never block through shield. The only reason I even blocked with it is because I have trouble registering what parry or perfect guard parry thing I'm supposed to do sometimes. And other times I just don't input correctly. So I end up just blocking instead of actually trying to dodge. So a lot of the blocking there was just due to my own incompetence. Oh, you know what? I recently discovered something funny that some people do with design devices, or the springs in particular. Aside from making their own Skyview and portable Skyview tower builds, someone made a machine that's like a rig that just runs up to monsters, they activate it, and then it just punts them over the hills. Locking up at strategy is forgets an option. And yeah, but the shield it's kind of reliant on your shield's durability, and eventually you'll encounter enemies that just destroy your shields almost immediately, unless they're like really good ones. Even then, it's oftentimes better to just dodge and not use up your shield's durability, because if you do block too much, you're just not gonna. You're gonna run out of shields until when you really need them. The most optimal method of using a shield is just not to let it lose durability. Because otherwise, it could break in an inopportune time if you do end up being on like a bad day. Let's see here. Any other shrines? There's this one. I'm glad it's an option, but it's not really a go-to strategy, I would say. Or even really a strategy at all. Because it's nothing, it's just a little bit better than getting hit yourself. Which is never opportune. At least from a tactical standpoint. A bouncy device. Well, we know what this one's gonna be. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Link. Oh, I see what I need to do. There we go. Well, that was a complete fail. Kind of procrastinating all the game strikes because how boring they are. I know it's like the Breath of the Wild shrines. There's always something for you to do in them. It's like they tickle your brain. They made you think and like engage. They were engaging. These are just do thing, put thing on thing, do thing over at thing, get orb, done. AKA really fucking boring. Oh, you know what I think I need to do? I need to get a spring over here. to glue the spring. Breath of the Wild, once you felt proud to think of a creative solution, you're saying the answer is so obvious that you don't need to think creatively. Exactly. It's like the most brain dead shit imaginable. It's like you had. It's like you had one job: make fun, engaging puzzles. It's a Zelda game. But they didn't do it. They just were like, how can I make the player solve a quick riddle? It's not even like I want Sphinx level riddles for my Wild era games. At best, I want something that like it makes me actively think about a solution. So that's not the right solution either. I know I'm supposed to get up there. I'm almost there. I need one more spring. It's like I have one on my shield, but that's not going to help any. What am I missing? There's something up high, maybe? Oh, I'm not even supposed to get up there. Hold on a second. Missing game. You should watch Itty Bitty's Why I Hate Tears of the Kingdom video. The perfect sums up most of the complaints about this game. Do you like Tears of the Kingdom? I probably will. It's just like, it's a good game, but the puzzles are just not there. It's like, yeah, that's all I had to do here. I didn't have to do any timing. I didn't have to put anything, like, freeze anything at a specific point. I didn't have to... I was just assemble the 3 springs and then bounce to the top. It's that was it. That was the whole shrine. There was the other one with lasers. It's like, how do you get by the big red glowy lasers? No need to reflect them. No need to time something so it blocks it. Like, Breath of the Wild did this in a fun way. I know for a fact. There's a shrine with these conveyor belts where you had to block the lasers so that you could pass by safely. One of the things was like put crates or belts in stasis. The ones you use magnesis to block them, I think. And if you failed, you just got zapped by the lasers. There's no timing. There's no meticulous preparation or setup. It's just avoid the lasers, and it's like one of those kiddie laser Super Spy James Bond like game. It's like one of those laser rooms, right? The laser mazes, where all you're supposed to do is just dodge the lasers. It's like those things you see at those big arcades. It's just an intro to a mechanic. In a sense, I hope that that's right. I hope that the whole game is just an introduction to a bigger story arc or something. That they're gonna bring these mechanics back later and make them even better. But I can see what you mean by that. That's the summary of this, right? It's just an introduction to a mechanic. It's just how does this work? Can you do it? Good, you win. Like I said, they're just tutorials. That's all they are. They're just tutorials, or fight all the enemies to win. But the enemies aren't hard. Like, I can... At least the Trial of the Sword, when they made you fight all the enemies to succeed, there was something good to gain out of it. It was rewarding to do so. And it made you feel accomplished when you beat it. If this is just a bunch of this low-level constructs in an arena, and it doesn't do much for you, you know? It's more of a chore than it is a fun side game. Nope, don't do that. The reason I have those pins over there is because I found light roots in the depths there. But I have yet to actually find the shrines. Not making the same mistake this time. It's going to run directly backwards. The combat in this game also way easier because they had a ton of OP easily accessible weapons with fuse that are to assist in combat, but they didn't make more difficult enemies to compensate. Yeah, it's like once you scale the enemies to a certain point and every single enemy drops like a lethal blade you can attach to an already lethal enough weapon. You get to the point where some of the toughest enemies in the game you can just run up to, wail on them, and they die. Even the bosses don't pose particularly much of a challenge at a certain point. And the problem just gets amplified the further into the game you get and the more OP stuff you get. And there's also the Zonai devices, right? You can make war machines, like, straight up. Once I finish this try, I'll show you what I mean in the depths. It's in Hyrule Field by War Machine. One of the things I've made. Let's see here. Ascend. Like, I just run up to an enemy camp and let the machine do all the fighting for me. So even if you can't fight something yourself, you can just build something to do the fighting for you, and that's it. It's just done. So you don't even have to lift a finger half the time. I know what I'm supposed to do. It's just a catapult. I feel like I'm supposed to move this over. Wait, whoops. Oh, hold on. I didn't even think to use these this way. Killing a white line is still a bit challenging if the game is best weapons. Instead of the game, the hardest enemies are easy with good weapons. Exactly. It's like they just didn't balance it. The balancing is basically the same as Breath of the Wild. I feel like if they do add DLC, they should add a master mode for this. What say you? Because I think a master mode would actually be good here. Maybe it's a challenge mode. So it's speaking of. Whoops, that was a mistake. Have you ever heard of the insanely hilarious glitch from Pokemon Black White 2? I don't know if you have. It's kind of an old game now, over a decade old. But basically, the gist of it is that once you beat the main game, that's what you used to get to save file. Same. It's like basically with Pokemon Black White 2, what they did was they added like this was one of the earlier instances of a master mode for Nintendo. Oh gosh darn it. But what happened was what happens is all the enemies are like, some of them use like tournament strategies. A lot of the enemies are higher level enemies Pokemon. A lot of them have better stats, but the problem, or they don't have better stats actually. That's the problem, is that the levels are higher, and in Pokemon, since it's an RPG, the higher the enemy level enemies give you more experience, right, for your team when you beat them. So what happened was it just made it way too easy to grind and then just steamroll everything. So they balanced it part way, but not fully. So the whole challenge was just facing the challenge. That was a challenge. It wasn't a challenge at all. Get it? So enemies were, whereas in the main version of the game, you would actually have tough battles because you probably were at the right level for it, but because everything was scaled and progressed in such a way that any time you leveled up and progressed further in the game, the enemies were on par with you. It was hard to get over leveled. Not in the challenge mode though. Chances are any given point in the game you're just way too high level, so you're over leveled and everything just falls in a few hits to you. It was definitely a huge oversight. It was one of the biggest critiques I think I remember hearing about the game. So this was a selling point for the game too. Is that, oh, you challenged the main game and beat it? Good, here's a harder mode. But it wasn't harder though. It was easier. Because everything dies so easily. Since they're too broken. I know what I'm supposed to do here. I just don't see what. Oh, I know. I know. I'm supposed to launch myself over, aren't I? Oh, actually, no. Not there. Here, though, I think I do. Yeah. It was hilariously... There's a hilarious oversight. It's like, how do you fuck this up? You had one job. Balance the game to be harder. Make the enemy... Upscale everything about the enemies. Like, their... Not just their levels. Like, you make the games. This wasn't a Brilliant Diamond Shine Pearl situation where they outsourced the whole game. They just gave them the source code and said, hey, make a new one of these. They made the game from scratch, from the ground up. How do you fuck this up? Ooh, I'm getting kind of heated now. Let's see here. Where do I put this? Maybe over here? Nope. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. I think I know. Pokemon has gotten so much worse. Exactly. It's like the new games seem to be more like a cash grab where they're just playing on your nostalgia. They know they have a popular series and that kids that they're designing for now won't know the difference between a good game and a lazy game. And B, that people, that their main audience is now fully grown adults more often than not. The people who love Pokemon to begin with and made them where they are. Yep, that's what I'm supposed to do. Are not gonna want this baby shit. They want good games still. Not hastily thrown together cash grabs that say, here's a Pokemon game. You like Pokemon as a kid, so you should play it. It's like they've gotten to a point where they're just so big that they know that people will keep buying their games, despite them being bad. And those that are wise to it, just they don't need them anymore. They pump them out before they're done developing, which is so sad because you'd love to see a good game if it'll take longer. Exactly. It's like this is both a result of late stage capitalism and desensitized game developers. There's a thing in the game industry called crunch culture, right? Where games are always being pushed out for either holidays or festivals or whatnot. They're given a deadline and they have to meet it. And if they don't meet the deadline, they just fail as designers. People get fired, etc. They put the crunch on the developers. Oh, come on. It's a time crunch, basically. Everything has to get done by some arbitrarily set date. Otherwise, the shareholders think they're going to lose money. They have a progress quota to meet, right? So then what they'll do is they'll release a poorly polished game just to meet this deadline. So they can say, hey, we meet the deadline, give us our bonus or whatever. I'm getting so pissed off at this shrine. But it's like they have this brain dead mindset from oftentimes from the shareholders that want more sales from the company. It's where they'll just make a game poorly throw it together, and they'll patch away to a more playable state, if at all. And the worst part about this mindset is that if people stop buying the games, they just go like, oh, well, series dead. No one's buying our games anymore. People don't have any interest in this series. Like, no, people have an interest in your series. You're just doing a shit job of developing the games. The part where no one wants to play your new games because you're doing a shit job developing them. Everyone wants a game that was thrown together in 3 months. They want a game that took 8, 12, maybe 14 months that actually has where you actually gave a shit about what you were making, right? But no, this is just how series die. The devs get lazy, and then they perceive lackluster sales as people not having an interest. There's such a difference between a game like Tears of the King where they push the release date back to make a good game. Read some Pokemon games that come out every 3 months. Exactly. I really hate this fucking shrine now. This is so obnoxious. Where am I supposed to put this? Am I just an idiot? Yeah, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking idiot. Exactly what I just realized before you even said that. I was like, no, maybe I could climb this thing. This is a climbable surface, isn't it? It's been conditioned to not climbing shrines. It's not your fault. I'm just to a point where I got into such a big tirade that my brain just shut down from anger. It's like, game devs, let's pull your shit together. You have a good series. You have a huge community, but you're just letting it all go to waste. You probably don't know this about me, Ava, but wasted potential is one of my biggest pet peeves. If you have something good that works, don't be lazy with it. Use it. Use what you've created. Make something good with it. You have the grounds for something great. So do it. You have the ability to create something good, the means to do so, the resources, and you just choose not to, for whatever reason. So then the product suffers as a result, as do your fans. Wasted potential is one of my biggest pet peeves because it just pisses me off so much. It couldn't even be a pet peeve, actually. It's just rage-inducing. And when I get angry, my brain just shuts down. Like, my brain chemistry just gets messed up and just shuts down like a stalled engine. Okay, let's see here. Is when the big game devs make half big games. There's been a rise in really good, well thought out indie games. Exactly. But in an ideal industry, you shouldn't have a situation where the massive game studios are the ones with the problems with their series, because they are the ones with the money to make big things happen. Normally, it's the indie studios that are the ones who would have trouble because they have budget cuts. They have Yeah, they're on a budget. They don't have millions and millions of dollars, like say EA or Microsoft or Nintendo, to make a huge, colossal, awesome game, right? They're they have resource limitations. They have worker limitations. There we go. We got it. So at this point, all these big game companies have gotten so complacent and so lazy with their games that the indie studios, the small fries, are making better games. And this is the most ass backward scenario I think you could possibly have in an industry. They have way more money, but indie studios make up for it with just passion and creativity, which really shows in their games. Exactly. It's like you think that the people with all the money to do this stuff would be using that money to make a better game. It's like they can't pick. It's like, do we want more money? Do you want min max our profits? Not min max. Do you want a shrinkflated game, or do you want more money? If you want more money, spend more money on the game to make a better game. They can't seem to get that right. It's like, it just baffles me how these are the same people that are effectively in charge of our entire existence. The CEOs, the people behind these corporations, are the same ones who basically own a lot of the world. They own America. Nintendo's been charging for more for games. Exactly. It's like, the games aren't worth the price. And some people might argue that eventually they'll get to a point where the games just aren't being bought anymore. But that ties back to what I said earlier, right? Where the games, they just stop making the games. Oh, there's a machine over here. They just stop making them because they think, oh, no one's buying them, so we don't have any demand anymore. No, you're charging astronomically exuberant prices for shit that nobody wants to play, when you can be making better games that people will buy for that price. It's just so stupid. I'd love to be a literal fly on the wall of these developer meetings, just so I could see what goes on behind closed doors, and who the hell's making these astronomically stupid decisions. See Zonai charges. This is Zelda series still has a good amount of development time, so in that exactly. Let's hope it doesn't go the way of Pokemon, though. I wonder how many balloons I have actually right now. I have a shit ton of hydrants that I'll just never use unless I go to like Death Mountain for ages. I have 62 balloons. I've said this before, but I really like the Wild Saga, what they've got going on with this. They just need to mix things up in the next game, though, if they want to keep doing this. Because we can't necessarily go back to the same exact Hyrule from these games. We need something new and creative to explore about. I'd like a new dimension or something. Like they did that Pokemon Platinum, and that worked out pretty well. They also did it with Ultra Sun Ultra Moon. Again, it worked out pretty well. Because it's so far removed from what the norm is, that people just eat it up. It's a brand new world to explore. With new possibilities in it. You couldn't get away with in the normal, vanilla-like environment of the world. And this was, bear in mind, when the Ultra Beast and Sun and Moon did were released, people did have the gripe that these things weren't like traditional Pokemon. But that's the point. The point is that they're aliens from another dimension. They're not supposed to look like traditional Pokemon. That's how they were able to get away with these bizarre designs, like a bundle of electrical wires, or a parasitic jellyfish, or a cockroach insect queen. So those are your personal favorite series, as you can probably tell. So you want to see it continue. If it ever comes like Pokemon, you may stop playing the games out of disappointment. Exactly. This is like the worst possible fate for a video game series, is that the devs get lazy, the game's quality starts lacking, and you can't put up with it anymore. Like, I was so excited for Scarlet and Violet, I pre-ordered the games, the 2-pack of the games, but the game was just so boring and dumb that I didn't even make it. I think I made it past like the first gym and then I just stopped. I have one completely untouched game and one 98% untouched game. I paid upwards, I think I paid over $100 for this, if I remember correctly, for the 2 games. Both of them were like $70, $80 individually. I got the 2-pack, so I had to pay, like, I paid for a game that I just never touched. When I toyed with and then just never touched. Because they were just that fucking boring. I play Scarlet because it's really bad. You ever got interested? I've heard people say some interesting things about it, but I say interesting with a bit of a stretch. Because yeah, there's a world you can explore. There's stuff to do, but most of the world is just not intuitive. It's not fun to navigate early on. And like there are 3 stories to go about, but they're just not really. It's hard to explain because I don't have much experience with it. But the main gripe I've heard with it is that there's just not a lot going on in the world. It has the same problems as like the wild area from Sword and Shield, where there's this open space, but there's not a lot going on aside from the Pokemon spawns. There's people who support everything with Pokemon, though. Exactly. These. I don't know if the word's to use, but there is sand culture. Where people are just such diehard fans, they believe that they can do no wrong, and they will suck up anything that's fed to them like a vacuum cleaner, like a pleco fish. It's just. Give me that slop, boy. He's like. It's just like. They have no standards. They just. It's a hill they'll die on is that they'll buy everything regardless of quality. And that's what Nintendo is banking on, right? That's what they're banking on. Is that they'll have enough of these people who just suck up anything they make for the series, and they'll be able to get by with profits like that, which isn't gonna happen for too long, I don't think. I think the saddest part about the whole thing that's going on with Nintendo and Pokemon, like Nintendo as a whole, really, as like their decisions lately, is that their previous president, Iwata, he spent so long making good bonds and consumer buyer trust with the company, fostering good relationships with the community. And the current management is just throwing that all away, just into profit and gatekeeping. The previous president spent years and years and years building this great relationship that people, this trust with their community. Making good products, good bonds with the community. Good. It was just a good scenario, but now
they're just throwing that all away. As if it means nothing to them. I was talking about this in Little Chris's Discord server. But if I ever make a company like Nintendo, I will have a physical self-destruct button on the mainframe that will blow that shit up. Like, it'll just obliterate the server if I can't find a successor I can trust with my work. Now, teach them to do the same thing if I can find one. Nothing I make is going to fall to the same levels of low. If I build a good bond with my community, I'm going to keep that, or I'm going to take it to the grave with me. Period. I don't care if someone tries to build it back up once I'm gone and the server's gone. Good luck with that. You're either gonna follow my footsteps or you're gonna have no success like I did. So I'm not gonna let greed and shareholders corrupt my work. I don't care if it's gonna be impossible to make any new installments of my series or whatever. I'm not gonna let my work be defiled like that by greed. It's really freaking sad. Anyway, I think it's getting to be pretty late for me. It's almost 10 p.m. I mean, it's late for you too, Ava. You live pretty nearby me, actually, if I remember correctly. So yeah, I'm gonna call it quits because my voice is also starting to give out. I'm gonna leave this off on a negative note, but if I talk for too much longer, my voice is just gonna crash. If school, okay, yeah, see ya. You should get to bed now. I'm gonna go eat dinner and probably call it quits for the night. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining in if you're here. Terminal Velocity signing out. I'll probably play some more of this on Tuesday or something. Good night, everyone.